Welcome back. You're watching Africa Live. Now, Malawi is gearing up for its first ever tripartite elections. On Tuesday, they'll be voting in a president, members of parliament and local council members. Malawi Electoral Support Network, an umbrella body of civil society organizations, is a key stakeholder in the forthcoming polls. And CCTV's Carol Oyola spoke to one of its members, Chisoni.
How prepared is Malawi for this year's tripartite elections?
The main institution that is mandated to organize and coordinate electoral processes, Malawi Electoral Commission itself, has been, to an extent, maybe 65%, has been doing fine in preparing for the electoral processes through consultation meetings, allowing for effective registration process. Though with limited resources and equipment, they still try to register a good number of citizens, those that were eligible to participate in the electoral processes. And then the other subsequent steps during the campaign, like the official campaign, engaging the various stakeholders. There's been quite a lot of consultation and feedback provision. To that extent, therefore, I rate it around 65%. We are there.
And what is your view on the just concluded campaign period?
You know, this campaign period was dubbed the issue-based campaign for the first time in the history of Malawi. Whilst the civil society organizations were providing the issue-based civic education, it is just the emerging behavior in this country. Because more, to a large extent, politicians have been campaigning, mudslinging each other, calling each other names, not necessarily raising the issues. But you got to remember that the pivotal point is that Malawi, 50 years of independence, people generally are agreeing that every election that has come, citizens have elected leaders that few years later they start complaining. So they have been asking for transformational leadership that would take Malawi to a different stride of development. As such, the political parties have tried to put in place campaign messages that should tackle the issues. This is the first time Malawian presidential candidates, running mates and the torchbearers have participated in presidential debates. And the parliamentary candidates have also been involved into the parliamentary debates so that they articulate issues, so that the citizens that are going to vote will vote for leaders based on how articulate or understanding they are on the issues affecting this country.
Now, what issues do you think Malawians want addressed by the next government?
Largely, the issues are dealing with food security, social development, infrastructure development, behavior of politicians, keeping the promises that they have made, other than promising wild promises and later on they're not fulfilled. And then sustaining or maintaining a culture of transparency and accountability. I think these elections have come at a time when Malawi has been riddled with so many stories about corruption. And as such, the noble values of transparency and accountability have been heightened to an extent that it is going to determine how voters are going to elect their leaders.